Hello students, I am Dr. S.M. Bhatti. The objective of today's video is to study general method of finding PI for linear differential equation with constant coefficient. In previous videos, we have seen how to find PI by using shortcut method. Let us see a second method of finding PI, that is general method. Consider a differential equation of the type phi dy equal f of x. In general method, we use the following formula. The operator 1 over d minus alpha act on f of x is equal to e raised to alpha x integral of e raised to minus alpha x into f of x dx for any number alpha. So here you can see that this right hand side of differential equation is present here, and this is the operator 1 over d minus alpha. Alpha is any number. Now this operator acting on f of x, and action is, you'll find in right hand side, it is e raised to alpha x integral e raised to minus alpha x into this function f of x dx. You can see that here plus sign, here minus sign, that is sign are opposite here. What happens if we take alpha is 0? If we take alpha is 0 in this formula, then you will find 1 over d minus 0 f of x equal e raised to 0 integral e raised to minus 0 f of x dx. That means simply we can get this formula 1 over d f of x is equal to integral f of x dx. As I said you, that d means differentiation and 1 by d stand for integration. Now second note is, if shortcut method fails, we may try this general method. So note that always we must try for the shortcut method, but sometimes shortcut method fails, then we can use general method, and this method involve integration. You can see that here right hand side is f of x. If f of x is either e raised to x or sine x plus b or cos x plus b, or hyperbolic function sine h of x plus b or cos h of x plus b, polynomial function like x raised to m, or product e raised to x into v or x into v, or fx can be converted into these types, then we can apply shortcut method. But when the shortcut method fails, then we must try for the general method, and in this method we have to make use of this formula. See what is requirement here? We need an operator of the type 1 by d minus alpha. Let's see example. This is the first example now. D square plus 3d plus 2 y equal e raised to x. Now you can see that this differential equation has this type. Okay, if you compare these two, you can get the value of phi d. So phi of d became t square plus 3d plus 2, and you know a is a phi d equals 0, that is d square plus 3d plus 2 equal 0. Now find out the factor. Can you find two numbers whose product is 2 and sum is 3, and such numbers are 2 and 1? So factor became d plus 2 and d plus 1, and from them we can get the roots. Roots became minus 2 and minus 1. What is nature of roots here? Roots are real and distinct. So what will be CF? C1 e raised to first root minus 2 into x plus C2 e raised to second root minus 1 into x. So we obtain this CM. Now we have to find Pi, and Pi has this formula: 1 over phi of d act on f of x. Now here f of x is a e raised to x. So we write here f of x is e raised to x. Now e raised to x does not have a type e raised to ax. So you cannot apply shortcut method here. So we have to try for the general method. That is, we are planning to apply this formula. To apply this formula, we need an operator of the type 1 over d minus alpha. But here we don't have such operator. So here we write the phi d. Instead of d square plus 3d plus 2, we write this phi d in terms of the factors d plus 2 into d plus 1. Now let's apply first the operator 1 by d plus 1 on e raised to x. So we make a square bracket for 1 over d plus 1 act on e raised to x. This is a composite function. Now we have to apply this formula. We need to apply this formula, right? This formula we need to apply. So here compare the left hand side with the quantity present in the bracket. So when you compare 1 over d plus 1 e raised to x with this left hand side, easily you will find that alpha is minus 1, and this alpha became minus 1 and f of x became e raised to x. So apply that formula. E raised to alpha x, alpha is minus 1, so e raised to minus x. Integral e raised to minus alpha x, so minus minus became plus, so e raised to x, and this actually stands for this function f of x, that is e raised to x. Now we have to solve this integral, and this integral is not easy because we have here integral of product. One function is e raised to x and second function is e raised to x. We don't have objection with this e raised to x first function, but second function is a more composite. It is e raised to x. So we cannot apply here by parts, right? We have to use here substitution method, and for this integral we put e raised to x as a t. So when you put e raised to x as a t, taking differential on both sides, we will get this equation, that is e raised to x dx equal dt. Now we can club this e raised to x with dx, it became dt. I'm getting this. Using this equation, e raised to x into dx became dt, and the middle quantity e raised to x became e raised to t. Now this integral we have converted into t. This integral contains variable x. Using this substitution, the same integral we have converted into t's. This was complicated integral, but now became simple integral e raised to t dt. And you know integration of e raised to t is e raised to t. You can put the value of t here. Like this, we have simplified the quantity in the square bracket. Look at this step now. This step again has same type as we have seen here. But the function is again here complicated. E raised to minus x, e raised to x. You cannot apply shortcut method. So here we need to apply general method formula. So this right hand side has a type 1 over d minus alpha capital F of x. The operator 1 over d minus alpha act on this function and you take this function as a capital F of x. So you understand that here alpha is minus 2 and this function stands for new f of x. So apply the same formula, you will find here e raised to alpha x. Alpha is minus 2 for the problem. Integral e raised to minus alpha x. So e raised to minus 2x. So became e raised to 2x. And this actually stands for fx. You can see that here this is the fx. And this fx is now present here. And this alpha is minus 2. So e raised to alpha x integral e raised to minus alpha x, and this is the f of x. Now what will happen here? E raised to 2x, e raised to minus x became e raised to x. And you can see that how do you solve this integral? Use same substitution. Use these two equation again. Use these two equation again. Put e raised to x as a t so that e raised to x dx became dt, and this integral became integral e raised to t dt, and that is integration of e raised to t with respect to t is again e raised to t, right? And then finally you put the value of t, we can get pi, and the complete solution is given by y equals cf plus pi. Put the value of cf, put the value of pi in the right side, you can get the answer. Let's see example 2. Now for this example we find first CF. CF is very simple. We will obtain two roots, both are real and distinct, so we write CF. This is a formula for pi. Put the value of fx. So you can see that here fx is this much, and you can see that fx is very complicated. You cannot apply shortcut method because functions are composite. Here we don't have type e raised to x. Here we don't have type sine x plus b or cos x plus b. So we need to apply shortcut method. For that purpose, we write phi d in terms of the factors as a d minus 1, d plus 1. Let's apply first d plus 1 factor. So when you apply d plus 1 factor first, and when you apply general method formula with alpha is minus 1, you will find e raised to alpha x integral e raised to minus alpha x, and this actually this is a f of x. This is a f of x present in the previous step. And when you multiply this bracket, when you multiply this bracket, no, we don't require any multiplication, just you arrange. We write this term as a first term and first term as a second term. You will find that this integral will have this type. And you can see that here the cos e raised to minus x is playing role for small f of x, and its derivative is exactly second term, that is e raised to minus x sine e raised to minus x. I mean to say that this integral has exactly this type. So by the formula, this integration became e raised to x into that function f of x. So we find this step. Again apply same formula. Apply general formula with alpha is 1 this time. When you take alpha is 1, you will find this, and to solve this integral, we have to put e raised to minus x as a t, so that this integral became a very simple, and finally we can get pi. We need to make a substitution for the value of t. Finally we can get the complementary function and pi, and we can write the answer. This is solution for the given differential equation. We are using same references from the last few videos, and thank you very much. So in this way today we have seen how to use general method to find pi for getting the solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Thank you very much.